just as a precaution because of the rising weather that you've seen in the house and the storms outside. Now, continuing the interview from my kayak. Just as a precaution, I might add.
But
good morning, good evening, good afternoon, good night, whichever it is, wherever you are. My name is Sam. I'm also known as Samuel J. White, or author Sam J. White on Facebook. And as you can see, Storm Dennis has been kind of battering us a bit. You can see all this water around me and the rain coming down. It's a bit bad when it's in the house. But yeah, anyway, I have been sending out some interviews to indie authors and smaller published authors around the place. You know the drill by now if you've seen them before. Where I've asked them some questions and they've given me some answers, and here is someone who's got a better microphone, a better recording studio, and better hair than me. This is David Adkins.
hello, everyone. My name is David Adkins, and I'd like to thank Samuel White for actually doing this. For those that don't know me, that's a long list probably, but needless to say, I am a writer, actor, voice actor, script writer, writer. I've done quite a bit, so yeah, I've got quite a resume. But I'm from North Carolina originally. Right now, I'm considering moving. I'll put it that way. Opportunities have opened up. Now, as for my age, everybody will say anywhere between 5 and 16. I do not act my age, and therefore I get mistaken quite a bit. But you'll be surprised to learn that I'm about to turn 50.
For someone who's 50, that hair is amazing.
So that's going to be that. But needless to say, everybody that knows me knows that whenever I have my birthdays, I always turn 16 once again. Young enough to not be responsible as an adult, but old enough to drive. That's the way I look at it. Now, as for what made me want to write books, that's a long list. Reason being is because I started writing when I was in school. Actually, my first book was written in school. I was, I think, 15 or 16 at the time, and I wrote my first 400-page novel.
Wow, stop the press right there. He wrote a 400-page novel when he was 15 or 16. That was 35 years ago. Can you imagine kids today, with all the technology they have, writing a 400-page novel? And yet he probably wrote it on a typewriter or something like that. And now that is dedication. And it's what a shame he didn't go for it and get it published at the time, where he would be big and famous now, probably like Stephen King or someone like that.
My teachers and classmates wanted me to publish it. I refused to because, unfortunately, I didn't think there was any money in writing. Oh, could I have been so naive? Because I come to find out much later, my cousin was working for the LA Times. So under those circumstances, there was quite a bit of money involved in writing, and the opportunities are immense. But writing books is just only one outlet of writing that you can possibly endeavor to try. So under those circumstances, yeah, there's quite a bit of things in writing. And also, welcome to my audio booth. I'm having to do some auditions today, so I decided to do this while doing that. So I'm going to be doing a couple of more auditions here in a bit.
Well, I have to say I'm loving the audio booth. I wish my audio booth existed.
But I've been writing ever since then. I worked for the newspaper. I wrote articles. I've wrote e-zine articles, blogs. I help write podcasts. I'm writing scripts now. I did my first play when I was a kid with the Next Door Neighbors, and I'm the one that wrote the script. I have done a lot when it comes to writing. I just never imagined it being lucrative in money-wise. So in that aspect, yeah, now I get money for writing. So go figure.
Wow, you're making money. That's brilliant. I wish that a lot of my authors that I interview could say that. Um, as you might see, just as a precaution, because of the rising weather that you've seen in the house and the storms outside, I am now continuing the interview from my kayak. Just as a precaution, I might add.
But which genres? I'll put it that way. I'll put which genres do I like to write? I've done it all. I've done nonfiction, but there again, I'm writing another nonfiction after I finish my next novel, which is crime drama. It's going to be my first crime drama. So I've got Black and Blood coming out. Sons of Solastar was sci-fi. That's the first one that I published and was nominated for 2 awards for. Then there was Hotel Nowhere because the fans wanted me to write horror. So I ended up writing horror, and it ended up with a warning label because a lot of the editors couldn't finish it, which I'm really proud about. So the person that asked me why I wrote that book and was trying to publish me um, asked me, he says, why in the world would you write something so terrifying? And I was like, because I want to write the most terrifying book ever written. Because if I'm going somewhere, I'm going all the way.
Sorry, going all the way is just a start. I had to just put this clip in here.
Take me deep inside the heart, and going all the way is just a start.
So, and here's the thing. She literally said, wait, this is not the most scariest book you're ever going to write. I was like, no, I've got more ideas. So I do have more coming out in the line of horror. And Hotel Nowhere is iconic because we get to start working on the film very soon because I've already started writing on the script and I'm finishing up on editing that. So I've got 2 entire studios that are interested in it and some very big names that are interested in me actually doing this.
So hold up a second. This guy is writing scripts for movies and he's got people who are famous interested. Wow. I'm sorry, you're too famous for this channel. You'll have to go away. I'm kidding. Keep listening. And by the way, while you're hanging out with your movie producer friends, David, can you please make them aware of A Midwinter Night's Dream, Maria's Photograph, and Derailed and Dispersed? All by author Samuel J. White, of course, the most famous author in the world. Not. Let's continue with the interview anyway.
So I'm very, very honored that, they saw this book and thought it most terrifying to actually turn it into a television series or movie, whichever it goes to. Because there again, I want to aim more towards television than movies because trying to finish this book in a movie setting really cuts a lot of it out. We're trying to make it into a movie. We're trying. Um, right now, not going very well. There's a lot to it. It's a 70,000 plus page book, so yeah, it's kind of difficult. But needless to say, that's just the way it goes when it comes to writing. Either you're going to cut corners or you're not. And if it's got a timeline attached to it, then yeah, you're going to cut corners. Um, in books, you can tell the authors that run out of time versus the ones who are free to do and write what they want. Um,
Speaking of time, it is getting dark here and I'm starting to drown. And I know a lot of people only watch the first few minutes of these videos, so I'm going to cut this one off here and we're going to do David Adkins part 2 very soon, probably hopefully tomorrow. My name is author Samuel J. White. Please subscribe and please read the books and watch the movies of David Adkins.